Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Growing Gaming. This is episode 203, and I'm here with the usual suspects. Lady Infamous, CHAREECE, LBOOGIE, myself. But before we get into it, I just wanted to make sure that we didn't get a chance to say this, but rest in peace to OX KLL from Super Pod Shots. So hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Growing Gaming. This is episode 203. I'm here but before we got a duplicate. I got some. Sorry, I got the audio. It's kind of messed up. Hold on for a minute. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't get a chance to say this, but rest in peace to OX.
I'm over here trying to tweet out the stream.
I got it. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about the duplicate audio. I think I fixed it now. But like I was saying, welcome back to the show. And we know we've been away for a minute, for a hot second, but we're gonna jump into these topics. But before we do that. Let's just get started with our intros. So I'm just going to go down the line. I'll start with you, Lady Infamous. How have you been doing? And go ahead and give your intro.
I'm doing all right. Good morning, everybody. This is me, Lady Infamous 415. I'm going to let you know, I have to just, take a snapshot of other Zinc questions because apparently he says good morning and he says his question. Right. I missed y'all. I missed the chat. I missed having this format with you ladies and talking on a Saturday. It was a nice little break. We needed it, but we back at it. I'm gonna tell you right now, Elden Ring. All day long. On my last day off, I was playing Elden Ring. When I got off work, I was playing Elden Ring. I'm telling you, it was everything was surrounded by that game, like the whole week. I'm 141 as of this morning.
Damn.
And I'm slowly trying to get people to the north side so I can go fight this boss. But Delilah just told me some jewels that's gonna help me with that when I get there. So that's all I've been playing.
I missed that.
I'll tell you later. You gonna miss nothing. You ain't gonna miss anything.
I ain't trying to miss nothing.
No worries. We in this together. I got you.
Yeah.
That was it.
That was it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yo, I downloaded Guardians of the Galaxy, Never Yield, Telling Lies. They just sitting there. Like, what? I'm basically looking at the cover art because it's been Elden Ring on the primary, press start, option. So.
Anything else? That's it. Okay. All right. What about you, CHAREECE?
All right. As probably the only person who has played something else besides Elden Ring this week. I've played Destiny, Genshin Impact, Lost Ark, and Elden Ring. Last time we were on, I did say that I was not going to play this game and I was not enjoying this game, but I can see why the ladies enjoy this game. I don't know if I'm a convert.
You only scratch the surface, fam. You'll see. Keep going.
I don't know. But when I took out that boss, and then I took out another, Lady and LBOOGIE helped me take out the boss. But I took out a minor one by myself. So that it's like that accomplishment feel like you done
confidence,
something.
Right? You gotta get a little confidence.
I can see that. So that's about the only thing. Destiny is still a grind, but it's a good grind that I'm used to. So it's like my comfort game, if that makes sense. Genshin is still Genshin, and Lost Ark is all over the place, but I absolutely
20 million is from what they recently announced. 20 million people playing Lost Ark. That's kind of crazy.
It is. They released their the higher tier raid, but they messed up on it. So they took it off for a minute to fix some things up and put it back. Apparently, people thought they had to rush the game. This game been out for 3 years with the content. People thought they had to get to the end in a week. And so instead of making people rush, they just took it offline, which I found kind of funny.
For which game they took offline?
Lost Ark. They released one of the raids for it, but it's a higher tier raid, so people were rushing trying to get to the end of it, and so they decided to just take it offline and put it back up later, I guess. So that's all I've been playing.
All right, LBOOGIE, what about you?
Elden Ring.
What's your level?
106.
Gotcha.
Yeah, buddy.
Sorry. Anything else you want to add to that? No?
Hell no. That's it.
So for me, I've also been playing Elden Ring. I did get a chance to try Shredders a little bit. And I downloaded Tunic, but I haven't jumped into it yet. But I'm level 99.
What happened? What happened? You was like, I gotta play something before.
So I was like, man, I gotta try to play something else before the show, so I can at least mention that.
Yeah,
right. Other than Elden Ring, but Elden Ring, I looked at my stats on it, and I've put about, according to the game, which it feels longer, but I've put about 80 hours into Elden Ring, and
that's still a lot of hours.
I'm level, but see, you think about how I play though. Like I'm looking for everything in that game, and like I said, I'm level 99.
Woo woo! 100 club.
I'm gonna be 100 like probably about 30 minutes after the show.
Right?
Yeah. But what's crazy about Elden Ring is that I'm still enjoying the game. I feel like I'm only scratching the surface, because I started doing some things on the underground part of the game, and it's bosses down there, other things to find, other weapons and stuff, things to loot and try to get. And I'm still just really enjoying the game. Just seeing some of the new abilities you get with the weapons, unlocking new talismans. Yeah. Like, it's dope. It's a great game.
All that matters, right?
Right, and I think other publishers and developers are gonna be really looking at Elden Ring closely from this point, because it's got a stronghold right now to me. I think they even announced. I think that's one of the first topics that I got written down, was that they hit 12 million. And since launch, like how many people has been downloading and playing the game. Right. And so I really wanted to talk about that, and this, I think it's the second topic I got on the list, but the first one I wanted to talk about was Hogwarts Legacy. Okay, before I jump into that though, I'm gonna preface it with the fact that I'm not a Harry Potter fan. But this game looked fire. Okay, I watched the full like the state of play 20, I think it was like 22 minutes worth of gameplay walkthrough. That junk looked crazy. It looked really good. Yeah. It makes me want to go back and watch the movies to find out like all the lore and stuff. But I'm not
just read the books.
So real quick, sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So like I was watching it again, and I was showing my dad and my daughter and everything. We all love Harry Potter and whatnot, and it's a new game coming out, right? And it doesn't look bad, right? Because like almost every Harry Potter game that we've seen like is mobile and stuff like that, so it doesn't like look good. And it's not like you're playing as a character doing everything. But anyways, so there's a part where they show like they say there's areas that you can go into that you've never seen before, right? And a lot of people that haven't read the books don't know that, like, even though they're like wave their wand and like all this food appears, they're not making the food. Like they're not like waving the wand and making food. What's happening is that these elves are making the food downstairs and they're just bringing it up to the surface. So
that's hilarious.
Most people don't know that.
Yes, but and if you watch the movies, you wouldn't see that either.
Yeah, you wouldn't see that. Right.
That's interesting, because I noticed in that walkthrough they did show that when you can walk down and you see them cooking the food. So
yeah, so it's like you find out, like, if you read the books, that like that is kind of a dark point, that like those guys are really slaves.
Yeah,
and it's I just thought it was interesting because, like, as someone who's kind of blind to Harry Potter, the game, but I love gaming. So it's like the game is like, yo, this is dope. Like, anytime you got magic and enemies and stuff like that, it's like, yo, I can see myself jumping into that world.
What'd you think about the spell casting?
It's still cheesy to me,
Really?
But at the same time, because I
hope I don't have to do the thumbstick.
Where you have to do the little, like you have to do like the one, like we don't know how the gameplay buttons, presses and stuff is going to be, but it looked traditional. It looked real traditional. So
what I'm
maybe
interested
it's just
to
like,
find out. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm like so excited about this. So sorry, I keep talking over you.
That's a topic though. That's a topic. Go ahead.
Yeah. Like what I'm excited to find out is how you upgrade. Like you said, how you learn, how do you actually, like, the mechanics of doing the spells and stuff like that, like how that works out. But like I'm assuming that you leveling up is you're going to want to put into the spell casting, right? Because they said, like, if you're like one of those people who does well with spell casting, you're going to want to like lean into that. So I'm really interested to see how the level up and all that stuff is going to work out. Like, I'm all in, and there's no date, by the way.
Right. It really is. It said holiday 2022, and I'm like, Nothing definitive. So what's going on there? But the fact that Avalanche is making it, it kind of, I don't even know how to feel about that. Because I don't. It's not like they've made a game that I'm like, ooh, that game was fantastic.
Right.
Let me jump on that game, because I think the last thing they did was like Disney Infinity or something like that. I think that's what it's called. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm worried about that too. Like, I'm worried about that the spell casting is just going to be button mashing, because then that's going to get old, right?
Right.
I don't know. But I could deal with that. I could do the spell if it's just like, I don't know, if you could set what you want your spells to be, because I'm assuming you have more than just
different
like
ones,
4.
right?
Yeah, if it's like an action game kind of thing, then.
But you've played what's that game called? The Disney Kingdom Hearts, right?
Yes.
So that gets like super old. Like the gameplay to me gets super old, because like you're literally just playing A.
Yeah. So I'm hoping, like you said, I just don't want to have to like use the thumbstick and like actually make the movements, because then I would be like, nah, boo, we can't do that.
Nah, that sounds like it would add a difficulty, right? That's gonna like, because I know I'm not gonna be able to match it as quickly as I would need to, especially in a combat situation. Like if we're just like testing it and like it's a school to learn the spell, we have to do that. Then I can do that. But like if you're in an actual battle, I don't think I could do that. And I could see, like, you talking about how you learn your spells, and since it's in a school setting, you actually have to pass the test to learn the spell. Right.
And so, lady, what were you trying to say?
I was trying to say that with the hype of the gameplay, do you think it could be overshadowed by people hyping it up and not ignoring the flaws? Because I mean, some people have been saying that this game is damn near perfect.
I would never say that.
Nobody's played it yet, so how can they?
Yeah, right. Like,
it's Harry Potter, so Harry Potter fans are.
They're eating it up. They're eating it up.
Yeah, I thought it was super clever, right, CHAREECE, that they put it in like the 1800s, so like you aren't where any of the Harry Potter books have taken place, so that they didn't have to get J.K. Rowling to like write the story. I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was nice too.
Yeah. They're trying to distance her.
I was not aware of that. I was not aware of that.
When they first announced this game, they came out and said point blank that she is not directly involved with this. Yes, this is her world, but she is not directly involved with this. That was like I guess to get people to actually pay attention to it, because
right.
It's kind of way problematic.
She's mouthing off, right?
She need to go sit in the corner. Girl, go count your money.
I mean,
exactly.
But when I think about Hogwarts Legacy, which is weird because y'all know I'm not a Harry Potter fan. What I did like is they had like the day-night cycle, and like how they had a lot of little things I like about open world RPGs. And I'm like, I'm just gonna approach this game like as if it's an open world RPG. I don't know nothing about Harry Potter. Bump Harry, you see what I'm saying? Whatever, Mrs.
Bump Harry though.
That's
a
lie. That's a lie.
Is that necessary?
I don't want to. I don't want to sound.
She said bump. Right. I heard it.
I know.
Yeah. But what I'm saying
on a Saturday morning, I see.
Right. She got some hate. Distaste.
Hate. No.
Right.
I did like how when they showed off the common rooms, how each room is different, because each room is in a different area of the castle.
How is the sorting gonna happen? Like, that's what I need to know. Like,
that's the important
you're mostly
part.
Gonna have to pick.
They have to, right? They have to make you pick.
I think it's gonna force you to pick. Have to. One thing too that I noticed that stood out to me from looking at that trailer was how they had the magical doors and stuff. They had to show this one mirror that turned. I thought that was so clever.
That's in the world. That's in the world, though.
Yo, this is so sick. So the whole
and
time
all the puzzles.
You're
gonna like that. Delilah
the person
puzzles.
the people who made this game actually read the books. They didn't just watch the movies.
Sure.
They read the books.
Yep.
And they said that in the trailer. It's like they read the books and they would reference the movies for certain little things here and there, but mostly it was following the lore of the books and rereading the books over and over and stuff. So
there's a lot of detail on those books. There's so much detail, and then you got the 3 other books where it's one just on Quidditch, one just on the Fantastic Beasts, and they're like manuals almost. Like, it's crazy that she did all that, like built
all
this
that detail.
World. Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought that was cool too. Like even in there, they show how you can ride the broom to get to certain locations, and you can get mounts and stuff. I'm like, they going all in on this game. Like I didn't know it was gonna be a AAA kind of full blown Harry Potter based open world action RPG, and so now I'm intrigued just off that.
But no date. What y'all think?
Holiday.
What's the date? Was it holiday 2022?
That's what it said.
I want to go ahead and say it's gonna get pushed back now.
It don't even say holiday 2022 on Amazon, because I clicked because I saw someone on Twitter post like you can pre-order now. So I was like, oh, cool, you can pre-order. That means it's coming out soon, right? Now. No date.
Nah, that mess getting pushed back to like February next year.
Dang,
that'd be fine with me as long as it's good. Like just
make a good game.
Is it gonna be linear or is it gonna be multiplayer aspect in the game? Because
they didn't say. They didn't say about it.
I thought it was single player.
It's single player. It is. That's what they didn't say anything about multiplayer on that whole trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a better way to say it. Yeah.
They said something about getting your companions, but that's the NPCs, so that's not like. But they said you could talk to multiple companions. They can help you on your journey and stuff like that. I'm like, okay.
So can we talk about the character customization? Because they try to like act like, oh, you get to make a character look like whoever.
I saw that.
Like, where the black hairstyles? Right?
I saw that. Because they made the chick brown. She had blonde hair.
That's what we look at. Like that's what I'm about to look at. Because you're talking about make the character look just like you. So are we gonna be able to make the character look just like me, or are we gonna be able to make the character look like a black Barbie?
You already know though. Come on, let's be real.
Because I didn't see anything to change the shape of the lips, change of the nose, just different presets for the faces.
Color, and then I saw that, and then the hair.
I didn't. Yeah. Now it could be more in depth, and they just didn't show it, but.
I think they would have did them great if they would have showed that, but they didn't.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully we'll see some more stuff during the summertime.
So anything else on Hogwarts Legacy? Anything else you all want to mention?
Hail Slytherin. That is my house.
Oh, see? Come on, get out of here.
Hey, what's your house? Which
Gryffindor.
Thank you. You and your lions, go sit in the corner.
Hell yeah, I'm Gryffindor. Right, we saving the day. Y'all just.
I don't know what this means, but okay. Moving right along.
You gotta take the test.
I'll just let you know real quick, because Gryffindors are more the courageous people.
They're brave and all that stuff.
Brave, yeah, right. Hufflepuff are kind of like the ditzy, fun-loving type people. Ravenclaw are the more academics, heavily focused, and then Slytherin are the people who like power and will do what's necessary to get there. That's like the best way. That's the best way I can put Slytherin, honestly.
Oh, also, everybody who is evil in the Harry Potter universe is a Slytherin. Like, verifiable fact. Just
they gave me 2 houses, so I really got to find a real legit test and figure out what house I am.
You got to go to Pottermore. Pottermore, you get your house, you get your Patronus, you'll get your Pottermore. You'll get your wands, you get your English, your American house.
This is doing the most.
I'm just telling you, hey, if you're gonna rep your house, rep your house.
If you can play Elden Ring, you can do this. So come on.
And plus, I get to wear green. Like, greeny. That's my color.
Like I said, I just hope it's a good game, man. Like, Avalanche Studios, or what they call it, I think it's Avalanche Software. I don't know. I looked at their development history. I don't know. I'm approaching that part with some skepticism. Maybe.
But they could have hired people.
That's true. They could have.
And this game was postponed. Remember, it was supposed to come out last year.
Right. I know the last thing they made was 2017, and then they made a couple mobile games in 2019. So
yeah, because I didn't even see that. What I mostly saw was Porthole Games. That's what they like.
That's the branch they have from WB. That's all Harry Potter. They do all Harry Potter stuff. Yeah. But what I'm saying is the developer is Avalanche Software.
Okay.
And Avalanche Software, the last thing that they made, like as far as shipped AA title, and not even AAA. Like, this is the only titles they've been making has been AA titles, and the last thing they've shipped has been Disney Infinity titles, like 1, 2, and 3, back to back.
I barely remember those games.
And they released in 2015, 16, and then 17 was the last one they shipped. So that's the only thing, because they could have showed the best parts of the game in the trailer. You know how those trailers be? They could be deceiving. You know what I'm saying? Anthem. You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
Yeah. So damn, why you had to do it like that?
I'm just putting it out there. So that's my own little teeny bit of like, I don't know, but from what I've seen, look, the trailer, I think it showed well. I think they did a good job of making it, and it was smart of them to go in depth with it. And I love the fact it's going to be on all platforms. It's going to be on everything: PC, Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, so on and so forth. So there you go.
Yeah, I will say shout out to all y'all that are here, all the regulars. You guys, Noob, Lady Foxfire. Yes. We got Double D of the Zing, Sinister, Arcade, Baron, X-Buds. I mean, like all the regulars. Y'all came back. Calvin Henderson, Mitchie Dies a Lot. Yeah, thank you. Gaming Fire. I think that's the last one.
Yep. Thank you all for rocking out with us. We appreciate it. Mm-hmm. All right. So the next topic, which is one we all familiar with, is what I wanted to talk about was the Elden Ring 12 million. But we kind of touched on it a little bit when we first started the show, since we're all playing Elden Ring. Yeah. Are you all surprised by the 12 million?
No.
Yes.
I mean, I guess I kind of am, just because I'm one of those people who was like, I'm gonna wait and see. Mm-hmm. And then you got bit by the bug, and like, I'm telling you, like this is the game I think about. This is the game I wake up thinking about.
Right.
Like,
yeah. I that's why I had to, if you like last week, like when we last had a show, I had to eat crow because I had prior when the game first released, I'm like, ain't no way this game is good. Everybody giving it 9s and 10s. Ain't no way this game is good.
I know, right? Because it came out as like 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Right. Right? Like, when's the last time Delilah playing 80 hours into one game?
Crazy, bro. That's crazy. It's the only thing. It's like this on. Even now, like when I get off here, I'm gonna get to 100, and I'm gonna go do. What'd you call it, lady? The giant. What's it?
We going to Godfrey?
We're going to Godfrey. We're going to Godfrey.
On to Godfrey.
Right.
All right.
Let's
get it. Y'all, we got to cut off the show early.
Yeah, maybe. Possibly.
Nah, cuz.
Or better yet, we can do the show while we're playing.
Right, while we're playing, like we did old school Destiny.
In game.
But see, what I hate is that 3-player again.
Yeah. What is that about?
I don't know.
I don't know why they.
A squad is not 3. A squad of 3? Nah.
Yeah, nah.
That's a crew, not a squad.
Right.
Okay.
These are my homies. That's it.
Okay, for me, I'm gonna tell you. I already knew. I knew it was gonna be difficult. I knew it was gonna be Soulsy, Bloodborne. I knew that was gonna be there. I just didn't know how open it was, and how many layers that the game has. And I literally, it's one of the best games I played all year. And
you can play the way you want to play. I mean, like that's the thing I love about that game.
It's not like a wrong way to play it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. And every build ain't the same. Mm-hmm. You might have same cosmetics, but your personal build is completely yours. Mm-hmm. Yours ain't gonna be same. Like mine ain't the same as theirs. So, and you got to be best at your build, and the exploration of the game. Oh my God! You think you found something, you found something else. You went up and you went up,
right?
More up, and if you went down below, you went way down below.
Yeah, it's very layered. You're right. It's
very layered. It's you literally like dungeon crawling with friends is great. It's great.
I think one of the things that really took me by surprise is how much community, right? And it's probably because it's a Souls game, right? So there's like already so many people who are invested in that genre, but there are so many help videos, but you got to watch them. You can't, this game drops you in and it don't tell you shit.
No handhold.
It's just go play. So you got to start watching videos. You got to talk to people. You got to read these messages, even though some of them are dumb. You got to do it. There's people who are detailing exactly what to do what you want to do.
And for me, I did not know that was actually an element of the game. That's just one part. Yeah. So that's one of their selling points, is the fact that you have to use the community in order to navigate the world. You can't just drop in and be because it's a single player game. Right. It's a single player game, but you can use the community to help you through. And that's the whole premise of it all. It's you have to communicate in that regard, as far as watching YouTube videos, reading through guides. I can tell y'all, it's been some times where I'm okay, I'm going through this catacomb and I can't find the the little switch to be able to get to the final boss in the catacomb, and I have to look at a YouTube video like, okay, how do I find the darn, what you call it when you pull up the lever, when you try to find the lever to get through that, like. I've had to watch videos, try to figure out how to find some of them. Okay. It's part of it, I mean, I think that's interesting that they really they rely on the community to and create that engagement with the game. It's not so much the game telling you, oh yeah, go here and talk to this NPC, and because you remember where we go to do the farming. Like that whole story arc of like, oh, you got to do the fingers, and then you got to go dip the blood in the minions' claw.
Right.
Like
I was like, yo, for real?
There,
Yeah,
you go to
robes.
Yeah. So and then when you go to do that, you're going back to the original place where you started to do that. Like, so that's pretty cool.
And then the boss is there, and you got to beat the boss.
Yeah. He wasn't too bad though. Now I was like, I gotcha. I gotcha, player now.
Right. You know what's so crazy about that? When you first played, he killed you in like one hit.
Yeah.
This is like, and so you go back and you beefy and you kill him in like two or three hits.
I was like 4 swipes.
It's like
4 chops.
Gotcha. Yeah, like I said. And it's so satisfying because he killed you in the beginning. So it's like, yo, I got you. But
so I have to call this out, and I know we're not talking about this, but I have to call it out because it's like shade. So Calvin Henderson says Slytherin House sounds an awful lot like a certain political party. Apologize for being late, but I was driving.
Oh damn.
Dang, Slytherin.
Literally, every villain is Slytherin. No lie. And they're very big on being pure blood.
Why would you want to be the villain?
Right. They're like, they got a lot of people who have emphasis on, like she said, being pure blood. Yeah.
Nah, it's not for me, dog.
I like to think that I am cunning, and
they probably wouldn't even take you.
They probably wouldn't. They probably wouldn't. No lie. I would be sitting at the door, like,
I still love y'all.
Dressed in my green, but they would not. They would not. Yeah.
It seems like it's dark.
Sorry to make you pivot, but they are.
It's dark.
For me, I enjoyed the people that a week or two ago was not interested in playing Elden Ring, wouldn't give it a thought.
Right.
And then 2 weeks later, people want to play Elden Ring. People want to group up and do chats on Elden Ring. People want to play. People want to play Q. And
what do you mean play cute? What is that?
What is that?
Right? Please explain.
Okay.
I want to be cute.
I'm trying to figure out if you talking about me or not. So
no. I think certain people are just playing, when I mean cute, like just playing it just to play the hype of it and not truly invest
time in it. Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
Quote unquote playing cute.
Yeah.
So it's not a lot of chicks playing Elden Ring. I'm gonna let you know right now. So I'm happy that we playing it. We actively like linking up. I'm at work. Like, look, I'm getting off work an hour early. I'm gonna go to the grocery store, to the club, and I'm pay bills. We gonna do this, and we'll sit here. We'll have coffee, drinks, or alcoholic beverages, snacks in between while we farm. Look up videos of where we going. Taking turns on getting the things that we need in the world of Elden Ring, and that's this game actually bringing people that never really played or never really thought that this was be a good game to come together and actually defeat these bosses, because I don't care how high level you are, you still gonna get your ass whooped.
Yeah, what we say, it's never safe.
Never. I mean, I'm about to be 100, and I still feel
100 and something. Yeah, and you still gotta be like cautious. Like,
I walk in, shield up every room, shield up every room. I'm sorry. Walk in, shield up.
What's funny was I never liked these type of games. So Lala sent me a message the other day. He was like,
"Oh, did he?
Yeah, look at you now. remember when I put you on? I was like, yes, I do."
But see, this one definitely is more accessible, because for me, I couldn't even get past the first boss before. So it was just like, I can't do this. You know what I mean? I couldn't even like have anybody come help me until after you got through the first boss. So like this one, I was able to have you come help me on the first boss, which made you build your confidence to be able to play more.
So
I know for me, when I first played Elden Ring, and like I just kept questioning, like, well, how is this even fun? Because I got into the game, you know, you you kind of like clambering your way through it, and then I ran into that tree. What's it called? Sentinel. When in the field,
that man beefy. You went the first one, yeah.
They tried us with that one. How you gonna do that when we first come out?
How you gonna have as soon as you come out, they got him standing
right there. And then so I died, right? And I'm like, this is how else is even fun? But now when I think about it, it's like I was like, man, I don't know. I don't know what made me keep playing it. I was about to quit then though, y'all. I was about to be like, man, this is, I don't want to say this is for me, whatever. But something in me was like, let me just try something else. Let me go around them since I can run from them now. Like in other games, other Souls games, you had to be pretty much stuck fighting whatever boss you were at or whatever enemy you were at. It's for me, it's the openness of this game that allow you to, like, if you get stuck on a boss, you can literally just run away and be like, okay, I'm gonna come back later.
Let me go get
when I got the tools and possibly
I'm gonna whoop your ass later, but I'm about to leave right now.
Let me go get the squad and come back. You know,
that's right. That's how I felt about Commander Null. So it's like, and you have to, like, if you're not. I'm not saying I'm the Souls expert, so yeah, you definitely best believe.
Yeah, you have said you are the Souls expert.
You say
expert.
You're the Lord. You said
yeah, right.
I think I'm horrible with directions. Let me be clear, I'm horrible with directions, but I will gladly send you the resources as far as videos or pictures that will tell you where you need to go to get your basic stuff. Now, if you want to get like intricate stuff for your build, then you have to find that on your own. But I made sure that the squad was good.
That's true.
Was good, at least for the first few hours. After that first boss, they was really on their own.
She talked a hell of a lot of shit. She leaving out a bunch of stuff. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I felt kind of hurt for a minute though. For a minute.
It's cool. She can have it though.
Yeah. What you mean I can have it? What you talking about? Explain to me. Help me understand. Help me understand.
You're the Elden Lord.
Miss Lady Tarnished.
Right. You made it clear. You made it real clear.
I'm trying to get y'all to farming spots, and I know LBOOGIE, you didn't understand the farming aspect of the game, but it's really.
No, I get it now.
You get it now. Because without the farming, ain't no way you could just hit enemies on the way where you gotta go. And so ain't no way.
I remember it was so interesting if you go back and listen to the previous, older episode, how when the lady was talking about farming, we was like, "What is that?" That's.
And I was like, why are you just sitting there watching people die?
I remember that.
You don't understand. And I was like, are they thinking like I'm like exploiting or being lazy with the game? No, that was the best part. Not doing nothing and getting ruins, because now it takes me 130,000 ruins just to level 1 attribute.
Yeah.
I'm scared of
boss
like
battles.
That.
Boss battles don't be. It ain't even about the ruins no more. It's just beating the bosses and getting what they got on them, because everybody knows that the farming is like intricate in this game, and just to see how everybody progress in their own personal world of the story. Since I'm not as far behind. I mean, and far in front of you guys as I was like. As a week ago, because y'all was
caught up. We're catching up with you.
Y'all catching up. So I can't wait to explore. I can't wait to get underground.
I know underground is a whole problem.
I'm trying to get Volcano Manor. I don't know.
That's the one with the wall, right? Yeah.
No, that's the one with the underground lava filled palace.
Yeah, Volcano Manor is the one where we saw where they broke open the wall.
Yeah. So I can't wait. I'm not surprised.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just not surprised at the 12 million.
Yeah.
It's a good
I have a question. Yes. I have a question. So, very newbie to these types of games. Very, very like fresh. So fresh. Is it a better way to understand the story? Because y'all know I am all for a story. Or is it just to go around and level up and beat your bosses and like to infer between what people are telling you to what exactly going on? Like,
there's a story there.
I can't answer. I can't tell you shit
story
about the story right now.
All right, I'm gonna tell you.
8 hours in, and I don't know.
Okay, right. The story is like it's if you go on YouTube, because it's gonna be very hard to catch up with the story while you're playing Elden Ring, because the NPCs are so far and few in between.
Yeah.
Right.
You talk to them 3 times and you go by your way. You don't see them no more.
Right.
You don't get no indications or
Right.
anything like that.
Like I played the Moon Lady like a week ago, but I can't tell you what the fuck she just said. I just focused on beating her ass. Like I'm just trying to beat you.
Oh man.
So is a way like, so say if I wanted to go into the menus and like, can I like sit at a campfire and like go and like read?
Nah, ain't none of that. Ain't no books, ain't no literature, there's cookbooks. That's all you got to cook and craft shit, the whoop ass.
Right.
I will
In there cooking
give
crack,
you Elden lore. I'm gonna look for some Elden lore story stuff for you and send it to you, because there's a lot of backstabbing, there's a lot of marriages and affairs and breakups. And
I did notice one little girl, she was kind of like, you could tell she had went through some drama, and I was like, you sound like you got an interesting backstory, but I was like, I didn't know where I could go to like get it, so maybe y'all send me that then. Okay, yeah. That's my only really complaint about the game, besides the difficulty level, because y'all already discussed that, but there's no story to me. There's like you said, just going around defeating bosses, and
there is a story, which is it's gonna take you like a couple of days just to go fight the dude to hear the story, and then you gotta go take another couple of days of beef up to go fight the other person to get their story.
Yeah, I think I've only seen it in the amount of time I've been playing. I think I've only seen maybe 3 cutscenes in the whole entire game. Like just 3 different ones based on like.
And I don't even mind reading. I will read. Like I just want something, I guess.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
I'm sure there's reading material out there for
plenty.
you. Which I mean, let's go ahead and send her all that so she can then tell us the story.
Yeah, break it down for us. Yeah, she'll break it down for us.
It's damn near like a telenovela.
Hey,
telenovela.
Hey, I'll sit there with some popcorn and watch it.
Oh.
But yeah, so that's my really only complaint. There's once you get the controls down, because again, like they said, they just throw you in there and you on your own. Once you get the controls down and you figure out how to do your spells, because I am an all mage person, I'm gonna try to be. We're gonna try. I don't know whether that's gonna work out. So once I got that down, figured out how to go where. So I'm just in like a little beginner area, just plundering around, killing random things, and then I go off and explore. But I only died like 10 times, so we're good.
No, girl, I died like 15 times just trying to get one thing.
I've honestly lost count. I wonder if they have a way that you can pull that stat up.
I know. Could you imagine if they had a well like in Cuphead where you went there like you died 5,423 times? I would love it.
I'm sure they have a count of that somewhere.
I would think so. They might tell you once you beat the game, like, and you died so many amount of times. All right, we're moving right along, y'all, because we do got other time.
We're talking about Elden Ring.
But so EA Play has been canceled this year. Normally they in the previous years they've done like digital shows where they kind of showcase some of their titles and whatnot, and they called it EA Play.
Because they don't have shit.
But they canceled the E3 adjacent EA Play. I wonder what they mean when they said and they put that terminology in their E3 adjacent. Like, are they trying to distance themselves from E3? Like, or are they literally just like, we're not doing a show this year? I mean, it's a little the wording there is a little bit. I'm curious about like why they chose that wording.
I think because they haven't really been part of E3 for the last 3 years, right? They like just did their own thing, so maybe that's why they chose that wording.
How do y'all feel about that? Because I know in the past, when we was in LA, like we would go to EA Play, and I know in the last couple of years they've done like digital events, but Boogie said that they don't have anything. But I mean, I beg to differ. I think they talked about Dead Space for a little while. They also talked a little bit about Battlefield.
What? Which Battlefield?
Tomato.
I knew that was coming.
For real, though.
Tomatoes.
Hilarious.
Tomatoes for EA.
They do have Dragon Age, but that's been so far in development.
Where is it?
Where's Beyond?
Like that's how I feel about this year, because it's just like, okay, so now you couldn't put up, so you just shut up,
basically.
Dang, y'all run a hard bargain, boss.
Man, because my money is tight, and I'm serious.
Right?
I need quality content.
Hell yeah.
And if you not doing it, don't be spending no money on no event knowing you ain't got no games. Because you know what they're gonna be like if they would have did it and they ain't had nothing to really show. Oh, what y'all doing?
Right. Yeah, it would have been.
They would have got ridiculed by the people of the interweb saying, "Oh, they didn't show nothing. Why did it even have EA play in the first place?"
I mean, even without like the interweb folks, it would have been bad for shareholders to see like them not really have anything, right? So
yeah,
it's like.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say you spent money on this event for why?
But
I mean, maybe they're just taking a break off. Maybe they just this year they're like, okay, we gonna.
They ain't
keep
got
it close
nothing to show either.
Man, let's be real. They ain't got shit.
Yeah, boo, Delilah. I don't want you taking this impartial path today. Okay.
Okay, let me find out what EA releases at. EA releases.
Yo, she looking right now.
Don't do it to yourself.
Because like you said, we have Dragon Age, which they must not have enough, right?
They can talk about sports.
Somebody just
know,
quit.
every year they got the sports. You know what I'm saying? They got the Madden's and they can talk about that.
But that's not enough. That's not
That
enough
ain't
to
enough.
carry a whole show. Like that is like a Nintendo Direct, not a fucking E3 show.
Yeah, just at this point, just release the trailers when they're ready and call it a day.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And they're really what do you want to say? I kind of want to say pigeonhole, but there's another word I want to say. They're like putting themselves in a box, right? Because like their only titles that are making money are these sports games, and then they're not even innovating those. So,
Yo, they ain't got it.
You see, EA was the first company publisher to say that single player games didn't sell. That's one of the reasons when they put multiplayer in Dragon Age and Mass Effect. So they stopped concentrating on single player games.
Because they're bringing back out Mass Effect. We know they're gonna got a continuation there supposedly, right, from the Mass Effect 3 outside of Andromeda. They did hint at that.
But look how long it takes for us to see anything from that. They don't know what to do anymore.
Well, that was a teaser. They had like a little teaser trailer for it. All I'm saying is that I feel like they got content there that they can kind of show us a little bit more of. Like they could say, okay, here's Dragon Age, here's the Mass Effect, here's Dead Space. You know what I'm saying? They can finagle a little bit. They can show about 6 games.
They're trying to figure out how to take microtransactions out of all their games.
Man, they need to do
because
something.
they're like
right now,
super heavy on microtransactions.
They dry out here.
Or
they
like
really
tired
dry.
of that.
Yes.
Because it's like, so now you don't put out this game, it barely works, and you want me to pay for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Who does the Division? Is that EA?
No, that's Ubisoft.
I keep getting them confused with Ubisoft. I don't know why.
I was gonna say that's Ubisoft's fuck up.
Damn.
Yeah.
This last one, you see that they're not even gonna put Tom Clancy's name on the next one that they're about to do.
It's Defiant.
Yeah.
I think his family had something to do with that. They was like, you kind of use it as too much.
Right, because this last one that they just did, the one for the what's it called, why can't I think of the name right now? You know what I'm talking about?
The Ghost Recon
the extraction shit.
Oh yeah.
What's Extraction? Tom Clancy?
Yeah,
all of it's Tom Clancy.
It was bad. Extraction was bad.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't.
It wasn't that bad.
You playing it?
No, because you know.
Have you played it since the first day you played it? Look at that face.
Wait.
It was bad. It was bad. It was bad.
You still have it on your console?
Yes.
Okay. That is something.
I
but
would say
it's
because
still
it
bad.
ain't on mine no more.
Oh, girl, no.
Damn.
At least I uninstalled It was between that one or Battlefield 2042. So I uninstalled Battlefield 2042. And that let you know. I'm just waiting for somebody to play with it. Yeah. I think I could be able to beat the game. I have faith.
So y'all think even with the titles that I already mentioned, that's not enough?
No.
Dang,
nope.
Y'all. Wow.
They ain't got it. They got Legos. They got Dead Space Remastered. Commanders, I think they had. Nah, they really ain't had nothing.
They need a new IP or at least pull something out the vault that wasn't
like Anthem.
Last...
Like, come on.
No.
So
no,
EA,
no.
the only thing EA has right now is Respawn and what Respawn is doing.
Yeah.
Right, with the Star Wars stuff. Now that they could show that.
They can't make a whole show out of it though.
Right, and they're obviously not ready with that.
They can do Fallen Order 2, isn't it? Some Jedi Fallen Order, if it exists.
They are supposed to be working on that.
Yo, the only games that they got on their website that's
Apex.
coming soon.
There we go.
Is EA Sports PGA Tour and Dead Space. That's it. On their website.
Apex
That's
Legends.
But that's all Respawn, and Respawn isn't big enough to be working on Star Wars and more,
other stuff.
I guess what I'm saying is that the show doesn't have to be large. It can be like on the ilk of like a state of play. Just show a few games, boom, call it EA Play, and then you don't necessarily have to say I'm not gonna be there this year, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? You can show something.
Then that's the same. They might just show a trailer or two. Hey, this week we're gonna release one trailer for each one of our games. There you go.
Yeah.
That's because I'm just saying if they can, so they're not gonna, if they're not gonna have a adjacent event at E3, they're not gonna show nothing. That's all they.
Right. That's what it's weird. It's like they didn't really say if they're gonna show anything. Like they just is like, yeah, we're not gonna do anything during the E3 time frame.
Well, we still have the festival or whatever old boy does.
Summer
Game Festival.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah. Yeah, maybe they sent their videos to him.
Yeah. Ooh. That's probably what happened. Because they know Jeff
Yeah,
Keighley over
there's
here.
probably only 3 of them, if that.
Oh, damn.
Look, I'm going to tell you, meat and potatoes, okay? I'm not giving you no cat bath. This is what it is.
She said a cat bath.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, well, look, we're going to move right along. Next topic basically is Netflix announced a live action Resident Evil. And my question for y'all is do y'all see yourselves, like, I'm probably not going to watch it because y'all know how I am about scary stuff, but are you all going to watch this live action Resident Evil show that's going to be on Netflix? Did y'all hear about this, first of all?
Yes, I did not hear about it. No, yes, I'm going to watch it. No, I did not hear about it. I hope they didn't make the same mistakes as, what's that one? Cowboy Bebop? I know it's animation versus video game.
That's different though.
That's
different. It's different.
But there's a lot of. I just don't want them to. I'm skeptical now. Don't
worried
get me
about
wrong.
the budget? Is you just
no?
Like worried about the okay.
No, I'm just worried about the adaptation between video game and film because.
But they've been put out like how many Resident Evil movies? Like
half a dozen. We just got one last week.
She said one last week.
But they going straight to streaming now.
Yeah,
shit.
they don't even release them in the theater anymore. They go and
I think they still got old girl. She's like, I'm taking these checks.
That part.
I guess for me, I'm so zombied out. Like, I think of Walking Dead now when I think of stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, what is it gonna be like on Walking Dead? Like, and so for me, it's like I have my excitement for it is just low. They can do all the shows they want to on Netflix. I'm probably gonna be like, skip, because it just doesn't appeal.
On the plus side, if this is a plus, this is supposed to be more true to the actual lore of the games. So that's something there. So this actually takes place in the beginning of the series, if that makes sense.
Oh, that's gonna be so good because the history is so long with Resident Evil.
Yeah.
So
believe it or not, I would be more interested if it wasn't live action. Because I like the Castlevania series they put on Netflix. I thought that was really well done as far as the animations and how they do the storytelling. So I would have been way more intrigued that it'd been like, oh yeah, this is gonna be some sort of kind of like anime Resident Evil retelling the story. I think that would have been way better received than just another live action. I don't know. And then you got I don't know. I worry about the CG and I don't know how I feel.
I was gonna say, did you guys also notice that I think it's HBO Max is gonna have a DC
DMZ
type, DMZ. Yep.
Nice. See, I can get with that because
Why?
if it's I said I can get with that because the fact that it's mature. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay,
I can get jiggy with them doing something on HBO Max because I like the way they did. Was it Titans? Was it called Titans?
Yeah, Titans.
I like the way
but
they did Titans.
Netflix is mature too.
But see, Netflix, man, they hit or miss. They've done some stuff that I'm like, yo, what happened? What was with this budget? Like, it just looks like they didn't care about this one, right? Like, as if they just kind of gimped out on something, or I don't know. And then also, like I said, what reminds me of just the whole zombie thing, that theme, it just doesn't sit with me well. Like when you mentioned that, HBO Max is doing, the whole DC stuff, right? You said DMC or DMC. What was it? Devil May Cry?
DMZ.
No, it's not Devil May Cry. I don't think so. It's DMZ.
Yeah.
DMZ.
It's got, what's her name? Oh,
Rosario Dawson.
yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I can get with that. That I can. I'm like, okay, HBO gonna put the money up. They're gonna pony up. They're gonna do, yeah. So I'm with it. I don't know about the Resident Evil thing. I'm all zombied out anyway. I'm glad that games like that was recently announced, like Redfall, is gonna have, you're gonna be fighting vampires as opposed to zombies. Like, thank goodness, something else other than
boy, it's in it though. What's his name? Lance Zavala. Dude that voices Zavala. What is his name?
Then which one?
He's in the Resident Evil. He's played Wesker.
Wesker?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Let's go.
Yeah, now she all in now.
Because Wesker in the Resident Evil series is a bad motherfucker. He's
the original bad guy.
He do not give a fuck about nothing, nobody, but what his objective is. So I'm ready. Yeah. I'm ready. Yeah, you got me excited now. Got me excited. Because he's a really good actor too.
He is.
Have you seen him in The Wire? Oh.
Yeah,
Fringe?
He killed that.
Fringe was my show. Oh my god. People don't even know about Fringe.
Which is sad. That is so sad. That's such a good show.
It was such a good show. Yeah.
Kept you on your toes too. All the twists and turns.
Yeah.
What was that dude named Walter? Like, Walter didn't go sit down somewhere. Walter didn't go
did a
sit
good job.
in
The
the corner.
acting job was so he killed that role.
He was in another show on Sci-Fi for a little while too, but I don't know. He can't keep a series rolling apparently.
Well, it's sci-fi,
Yeah. All right, y'all. So a little bit more on a serious note. I know y'all heard about the whole harassment issues going on with Sony and asking for like the dismissal. I know we've talked about it on this show time and time again about these things that happen in the workplace, and so yeah, I guess for me, really, it was more so just pointing this out that this situation is still like kind of ongoing for them, and I think I just find it interesting that their stance on it is like, oh yeah, well, we admit that these things happen, but we still want it to be dismissed, and so I just kind of want to shine a little bit of a light on it, because I feel like when these things happen, people, it's like you approach it with a little bit of fear, because usually, you don't want to lose your job. You worried about the perception of like your coworkers and things like that when these things come out. And so for a large corporation to be like, oh yeah, well, let's throw it out, I think that's just disingenuous, and that's just my take. And I want to kind of get you ladies' thought on it. I know it has been kind of like over on Twitter a little bit. People have been doing the typical fanboy stuff, throwing jokes, taking jabs and stuff like that. I mean, but all that immature stuff aside, it's a very serious thing. And so yeah, I just kind of wanted to put it out there. But what are your thoughts on the whole Sony thing? I
would like to say this. First of all, the mudslinging, the underlying mudslinging on the internet over this case about these people getting mistreated and not being treated fairly at the workplace is disgusting. And I'm glad I don't fuck with y'all, because to be honest with you, this is not a particular company problem. Right. It's not a particular employee problem. It is an industry problem. Time and time again, it's always good. It seems like it's always something from a industry of gaming that's having these accusations. This ain't new,
right?
And all I could be like, I hope they get their money. I hope they get their justice that they want. But it's a constant thing in the video game industry, and
it's not even the video game industry. It's like it's corporate culture.
Yeah,
corporate culture. Okay.
Yeah,
I like how you put it that way. So I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's cool when people be on the internet be like, "Oh, look at them act this way." When the fanboyism, I because I don't see no women talking about this shit like they is, or dragging it like they are. And I'm telling you guys right now, you can't be acting like, you gotta have like some sympathy for people, because the same way you acting like that could be your wife, that could be your sister, your aunt, your closest friend, your cousin. You know what I'm saying? How would you feel if they were doing me like that at my job? Thank God they don't. But then I see people that I mess with or I associate myself with just dragging me through the mud like that. So the amenity of the internet is just, it's the worst thing about growing up as an adult. Because everybody know back in the days when we didn't have Twitter or social media or something as small as Black Planet, you can't be talking all that. You can't be acting that reckless, because they're gonna confront you. But when you have the amenity of the internet now, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say and feel like ain't nobody gonna touch you.
Right.
But just be sympathetic of, you know, the environments of the games that you're paying for is being played at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what gets me all the time is like the victim blaming that always seems to come out of it.
Oh yeah.
It's like, well, what was they doing, or what did they say to them, or something. It's like, look,
right. And you only say that because you have some type of allegiance to the company or whatever. But I mean, we spoke about it even when it was Microsoft, right? Like, it don't matter what company you are. Like, I really don't care what company you are, because we set up companies in the US to where that they have more leeway than a person, you know, than an individual person, which is like beyond crazy to me. So, you know, for me, I'm just like, it's all about accountability, right?
Yeah, it's like they can afford the legal fees, and they can, so for you to be on the other side of it, try to combat, I mean, it speaks volumes that in an age of accountability that you're now doubling down to be like, we're digging our feet in, and we say that, you know, we want this dismissed. For why? Why should you have it dismissed? It should be investigated just like they were doing with Activision. It should be investigated by the state. Investigate the hell out of them, because I've heard so many horror stories about Sony. I can't even speak to it. So, I mean, there was even an article, I want to say shortly after, I want to say maybe a year after George Floyd and everything, when everybody had their black squares and everything, and they was all talking about, yeah, we hiring black folks and da 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 da. There was like an article about a young black woman who had been hired at Sony, and how when she came on, they were all rah rah, yeah, we with you, and then immediately her boss started making inappropriate comments. So it's corporate culture, and that has to change.
Do you think it's better now, since, like, I'm not saying we all work from home, but like some people work from home? Do you think that's making it worse or better, since now you don't have to be in those office settings with people?
I think it's too early to even tell that. You know what I mean? It's too early to tell, because people are still getting used to this quote unquote new normal. But
and when people get comfortable, they start saying extra shit.
They can say whatever they want, right?
People still figuring out what they can get away with this at-home culture.
But you know, that's why I think, you know, if you're working at home, you know, and you want to kind of try to combat some of that, I would say, you know, if you're able to, I know in Teams, because we use Teams a lot at work, you can record the sessions, you know what I mean, your meeting sessions or whatever. And so you can combat that, because if they ever get slick, you know, it'll be, you got some.
You got literally.
Yeah, that's the thing. That is the thing about at-home culture. Like, everything has a receipt almost, right? Like, you can't just be mouthing off. It's very rare that you can just be mouthing off to somebody. Like, you got to be on a one-on-one. Like Delilah said, it's not being recorded and everything for you to be able to get away with some shit. Otherwise, any of these little text messages that you send in and stuff, that's paper trail.
I do like that part. We're gonna do this, the official email, and I'm gonna send a copy to my personal email.
And I'm blind seeing like
okay. I had to do that a couple weeks ago. So let me see CEO my director real quick.
Yeah. Cool. Well, hopefully, you know, like, everybody get their justice, you know, and then people able to kind of move on to their new you know, jobs, because obviously they're not gonna stay at Sony. So wherever they move on to, hopefully it works out for them and, you know, get better. But as an industry, you all are right. It needs to change, and I'm so sick. It's like, it seems like this comes up every other week, every other month, a new company with a new, you know, case, and, you know, it's just, come on. Like, and at the end of the day, when you think about like the stuff that's being said, it's really immature. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, and then we all just trying to live and just humans at the end of the day. So it's really immature to even go there. So
right. I just want to read what Calvin Henderson's saying and others think. We got Calvin Henderson saying, toxicity is something that is rooted in power. Sadly, people who are toxic rarely make changes unless forced. I agree, but money talks. And then we have what I don't like is podcasters and media not keeping the exact same energy for something that is so important. The pedophile should have been investigated. There is more victims. That was from others.
Dude, the PS5. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. The dude, the Sony exec.
It was a video. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, the Sony exec.
They caught you on 4K, man.
Like 5K, child. They got it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was so swept under the rug. You notice that it wasn't it was talked about, but it wasn't, you know, in-depthly mentioned across multiple outlets. I think that was very telling. You know,
because you can like ask people, right? Like ask people who aren't on Twitter if they heard that happened,
and they'd be like, "We don't know what you're talking about."
Right.
But there's an actual video on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But we saw it because we were on Twitter. You know what I mean? Yeah, like they didn't talk about it on CBS News. They didn't talk about it on Fox News. They didn't talk about it on other news outlets.
Yeah. And see, we have a different perspective because we're in this space actively, right? We always talk about industry news. We keep up with these companies, so our approach to it and perception is a little bit different. You know, we look at it through a different set of lenses versus the common person. I can ask my brother who doesn't even know who Capcom is. He'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't even know what that is. You know, so yeah. It's an interesting dynamic. I know, and what's crazy is like this week specifically, it wasn't just the situation with Sony, but I think some things even came out about Moon Studios and them being some level of toxicity there, as far as like how they treat employees and, you know, the banter back and forth, and, you know, some comments and stuff being made across the company. And they're all digital studio. You know what I mean? They have like and everything's logged for them, which is kind of strange for me because they do everything in chat. You know what I mean? So they got a paper trail of all, you know, things that was said and things like that. And it's like, wow, you really gonna go there even in something like that, an open forum across the company?
I think that's just stupidity. If you know that there's evidence against you, physical, it could be text message, emails, or whatever, and they're still doubling down, that's stupid. I don't care who company is attached to it. It's still stupid, and they just gotta make it a better. I mean, what is so hard to make a better work environment for everyone?
It's just like who said that? Calvin Henderson said it's a power thing. It's a power trip. Yeah. You know, because even with what I just mentioned to y'all, the biggest offenders are the founders of the company. You know what I'm saying? And that whole entire, if you'd read that article, and I'll share it with y'all after the show, it's the founders of the company that's making those type of remarks, and, you know, basically untouchable, right? Who's going to fire them, right? They own the company. So, and that's to me the biggest part of the problem. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think that I mean, you can say that this is on a societal level, right? Because I feel like we've always worked off the golden rule, right? Whoever has the goal makes the rules type of thing. And there's no accountability for those people. So it's like, you know, always
who's going to check them if they own the company? Who's going to check them?
Right.
You know, so.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So in other news, y'all know that Twitch, you know, they've been trying to finally do something with the ongoing hate raids.
Boo! Tomatoes.
I'm sorry, I just can't help laugh at that.
Cause switches. Come on, go ahead, Delilah.
I know, but it was interesting. Like, and before we went on our break, we did a show with what is it, Miss Fun Size about Twitch. She had a lot to say about Twitch. And so I find it interesting that they're, you know, it's been a couple of years now, and they're just not doing something about these hate raids. So I wonder,
like, after you made it easier for people to make to do
but
them?
then you remember in that episode, we talked about the exodus. People, like, a lot of people have been leaving Twitch. So I wonder if this is kind of like sparking that, like the like the level of transparency across the company. Maybe they're like, okay, well, some of the people that was opposed to us making these adjustments towards these hate ratings is finally gone. We can hopefully do something about them now. But I just wanted to kind of put it out here because it was one of the things I know that Lady still streams on Twitch, and so I want to kind of give her a chance to respond to this and how you feel about the hate raids, and do you think they're going to be able to do something substantive to be able to combat the situation?
No, ma'am. Because every time they try to shut down someone that's a Twitch account that specifically targets certain individuals for hate, there's always another one popping up. And there's so many people watching Twitch. It's very hard to pinpoint every single person. So do I feel like they're gonna do something about it? I think they should have done this a few years ago. The hate raids, it's like mentally draining for a streamer. You could be streaming. Last time I had a hate raid, raid or a message. Someone told me if I should throw myself off the building for 10 racks, would you? He or she said, throw yourself off the bridge and I'll give you $10,000. I was like, for real? Why? I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Or someone will come in and say something not as nice to me of my physical appearance or the color of my skin or how I use my words or my dialect, because sometimes I'll speak nice and soft, but sometimes I'm real hood and aggressive with it, and people will not say nice things. So I'm like, my skin is so tough right now. If I get a smell of a hate, you getting banned. I don't care. Don't act. I'm too grown for that. I may not be the best out there, but I'm too grown for that. I'll give you one fair warning. Like, don't speak reckless. Don't spoil the game. Be respectable to me and everybody in the chat. If you fuck up that, you're banned. I had people come like, oh, unban me. No, you getting banned. Don't let my mods see it because they gonna ban you, and that's it. And if it might make it tougher for me to get discoverability, but I would rather have a small community of people who respect me and each other, versus trying to find the bigger audience and having people to hate. But that's how I feel. Twitch is not the most perfect platform, but I have to adjust myself accordingly to make sure that if I am streaming on Twitch, that one, that is safer for me and my chat, and two, to have other avenues of, monetary support that ain't Twitch. That's like my two main focuses, because that other shit is like, okay, it happens all the time to Black women, to Black women, minorities, LGBTQ open people. It happens all the time. And it's like a wave every year. Like, oh my God, what y'all gonna do? And y'all don't do nothing. And I personally, it's tired. It's tiring for me.
I think the biggest problem is that they make money off of concurrent users, right?
Yeah.
So they're trying to figure out a way for them to handle the problem without losing as many people on the platform, because they're making money off of being able to sell ad space and whatnot and tell people we have so many people on the platform. This is why you need to have ads here and blah, 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 blah. That's how it works. Just like Facebook, same type of deal. They're able to say we have so many people here concurrently, and y'all can come put your ad space here, sell shit here, da 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 da. So they want to keep numbers up. They want to keep people here, but if them fixing the minority issue doesn't outweigh the loss, then they're not gonna fix it. And it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
So that's how I feel about it. The bigger the person, the bigger the possibility of getting rated. But it's up to each streamer's responsibility as well, not just Twitch, but equally just as a content creator's responsibility to not only make an environment for yourself to be more safer and comfortable with your chat, but to nip all that shit in the bud, because enough of that shit will have a person's like dreams and goals and aspirations and the love of video gaming to be diminished if they're not thick-skinned, if they don't.
That's right.
Do it.
Yeah.
It can't be just.
It just can kill your morale. Like, I mean,
yes, that's
this
the
is
word.
like, what's your point even doing it? Yeah.
It can't be just, oh, I'm mad at you. Twitch. You as an individual got to take his steps as well. And since Twitch ain't doing it, then who else you got left? So, me.
All right, so a little bit on the positive light.
Yeah.
I know that I think it was about, we had to, because the topics have been kind of weird because it's been like a couple weeks. I had to go back a few days to grab this one, but I think it was on the 10th is when they had this. But the Sony's State of Play, they had showed 4 new IPs during their State of Play. I just want to kind of get you guys all opinion. Like, did you all see these 4 IPs?
Oh, you bored, lady?
Like, she's yawned in the middle of the. Oh.
Right, State of Play.
State of Play. Oh.
But so there were 4. Like I said, there were 4 IPs mentioned. New IPs they mentioned. Of course, they talked about some existing stuff, but so the 4 IPs were, and hopefully y'all have seen them, so we can talk about it a little bit. But it was Giga Bash, and if that doesn't ring a bell, then don't worry about it. 2 new RPGs from Square Enix called I may mispronounce this, but it's called Diofield Chronicles and Valkyrie Elysium. I think it's called Valkyrie Elysium.
Yeah, Valkyrie
Elysium, and then Exoprimal from Capcom. And
I think I saw these in passing, and like, I'm not sure I paid much attention to them because
it was 4. There's only 4 new IPs that kind of jumped out to people because they hadn't been previously announced, right? So for me, I just kind of speak on them quickly because I did go back and look, obviously, because I was planning for the show, but. For the Square Enix RPGs, they look like your typical, cell shaded esque Square Enix RPGs. Like, I don't know how else to word that. Exoprimal reminded me of Dino Crisis, but you in an exosuit, and it's like as if Anthem and Dino Crisis had a baby because the enemy in that game is dinosaurs, as opposed to like we talked earlier about like. It could be vampires or zombies, but you're fighting dinosaurs in Exoprimal. And Giga Bash is a team-based brawler. I don't know much about that. I didn't get to see too many details about it, but it was something that was announced as well. So, did you all get a chance to see these games? And if so, feel free to share your thoughts. Otherwise, we'll pivot and go ahead and jump into the tidbits, Q&A, so on and so forth.
Okay.
The Valkyrie one looked interesting to me. That did catch my eye, but I don't think any of them are coming to Xbox.
It doesn't matter. It's okay, girl. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
He's like, so that gave it a 0 for me.
Right. I'm like, some of these are definitely coming to PC, PlayStation 5, so platforms that we own. So.
Yeah, I mean, when I get to those particular titles, I'll get into it because really, it was the Ninja Turtles, like other Zing said, Ninja Turtles and Harry Potter. That's really
standouts. Yeah, standouts.
Was the standouts. And I'm gonna keep on saying it. I do like the transitions that they do at State of Play. That when they go to one game and they do the transition, go to the next game. I like those. I like those animations. I think that they are pretty cool the way they transition. It's kind of like the way they kind of get you prepped for the next one. You know what I mean? Yeah.
They say what it is and then they jump you right into it. I think it's dope, but I think Xbox and Microsoft need to take some notes, man, because like they have. I haven't seen them do anything as far as like they used to have their little show. I can't remember what it's called now.
Xbox.
All Access or something? No, not All Access. What was it called?
It was the weekly show. I think they still do. They still
do this week on Xbox. They still do that.
Yeah, okay.
But I was talking about this. They used to have their own little show.
They had a show.
Yeah.
Ricari was in it, I think.
A few times. Lady. Yeah. I forgot it. Hey, the chat might know. What was the name of Xbox's show used to have that was similar to State of Play?
It was like a monthly show or a bi-monthly.
It was like every quarter they would do something. It's crazy because now after seeing a few State of Play, I feel like I'm getting a State of Play every other week. it's like now I'm starting to miss like the things that Xbox would do to kind of point out their things.
Inside Xbox. Thank you,
Inside
Jazzy.
Xbox. Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Here we go.
Now, I know recently Microsoft had their ID at Xbox on Twitch, where they talked about the titles that's coming. You know, that's when they had showed like Tunic and stuff like that they already released on Game Pass. And they talked about some other ID at Xbox titles. But I feel like not enough marketing has been put at the forefront because it's so much go on throughout the week. Like you could easily miss that, especially if you're focused on like all the AAA content as opposed to the indie content. So I don't know why they continue to partner with Twitch. I don't know, maybe because it's a huge platform. But I'm not someone that just I'm actively go to Twitch and sorry lady, but I'm not someone that's in CHAREECE. Like I'm not the one that's actively go to Twitch and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna check this show out. Like
no,
it has to be.
And I can understand that.
You know, so I definitely want to see them do something, and I think they are. I think they definitely have enough studios to be able to be like to fill up a show. So I'd imagine that we'll see something here a bit soon. So do we have any questions? So we can go ahead and gather those, and we can talk about tidbits. So do you all have any tidbits this week?
I'm trying to find the book.
Oh, you gotta watch Adam Project on Netflix.
I heard that was good.
Is it a movie or a show?
It's a movie with Ryan Reynolds, Mark Ruffalo, Zoe Saldana. I can't remember the chick's name that she's married to Ben Affleck. It's a sci-fi time travel type movie. Lots of cool callbacks to our childhood as far as like geeky tech stuff.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. It was a good movie.
Cool. I'll check it out. Any other tidbits?
I do. Okay, 2 books. It's one called damn, y'all can't see it.
Nah.
Damn. All right. One is called the Solo Travel Handbook. Now you can see it. It helps if you're traveling by yourself. It gives you tips and tricks and ways to travel better as a solo travel. And this book is called the Rap Book. It highlights like 30 years of rap.
Oh, nice.
From
Did
different
you get
regions.
both of those in Nashville?
Hell no. This was in my personal collection.
Okay.
I brought with me to Nashville, but this one I bought at that store where y'all bought them gloves at.
Yeah. REI?
Yeah, REI. So those are my tidbits for today.
Yeah. All right. CHAREECE, you got any tidbits?
No, but I'm going to use Captain Henderson's, which is still nerdy. He just wants to point out that Disney Plus now has the Netflix Marvel shows on it. But
that's right.
You got the update.
Change your profile the way you'll let your profile play rated shows. And trust me, they ask for your password again.
Yeah, they ask your password like twice. Like just make sure it's not the kid. Just
and then you can put a PIN number on it.
Yeah. Then you put a PIN number on it. They locked it down, which is cool. You know,
that's good because
people were complaining, right? Like when they said they were bringing those to the platform, people complained like, "What about the children?"
Fuck them children.
I'm like, good though.
Right.
Bring the mature content because I know they put Daredevil, like they put the Daredevil content on their name.
And they said they're filming.
I heard that too, and I was like, we gonna watch it. Oh, and they're not edited. The shows are in their original format.
Great. Good.
So we get all the coffee we want when we watch Luke Cage.
Yeah, I
heard Luke Cage is pretty good.
Luke Cage is good.
It's great.
If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it.
I was so sad when that show ended. I was like, yo, there's so much they can do with that show. Still so
right. Old girl, his little sidekick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's her name? Misty? Yeah. No.
Misty. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's her. Anything else? Any other tidbits? But you got anything? No.
I said the Adam Project first.
That's right. Adam Project. CHAREECE, you already said.
Yeah, I said Calvin.
Yeah, I don't personally. I don't really have any tidbits. But if you're ever in Nashville, check out the Uncle Nearest Refinery. I thought that was so awesome.
Yeah, that was
a
cool.
really good time. Definitely, and some of the food spots was bomb as well. And we will go into that a little bit on our Patreon. But so stay tuned for that. Any questions? Let's get to it. We got questions?
Yes, I have one from Other Think. First, I had to pull it out the phone. Do you think Polyphone? I think you're talking about
Polyphone Digital.
Polyphone is quote unquote mismanaging for charging astronomical prices for microtransaction in a $70 game.
Ooh.
He's referring to Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, a lot of people complained. I heard, but I didn't even buy it. So.
And what was this going on with their offline for like 24 hours plus?
Yo, not handling the motherfucking business.
Like apparently they were trying to update it or something, and it knocked the whole game out. Like,
somebody messed up. Somebody got in trouble for that, because that means somebody
pushed up a bill.
Pushed out a bill that erased some shit, and then they had to call it all back.
Oh my goodness, that's the worst.
I know. Yeah, right. I'm just thinking of the calls, the stress.
The war
level.
room, you mean?
Yeah, the war rooms. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then. Then they changed the prices of the microtransactions and made or something. No, of the free ones that you can get the free credit for them. They lowered that because people they pay to put out a list of courses that you can get to get the free credits that you can farm to buy the cars. So when they did push through this update, they lowered the amount of credits that you can get, so that you have to buy the use the microtransactions.
So it's forced you. Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they were kind of shady with that part.
They got it.
Wait, because they say the cars are locked behind, but basically because of this system they got in place, the cars are locked behind a paywall essentially. So you can't you can play the game to unlock stuff, but you at some point will hit a wall to where you can't get the cars in the game
without paying
some money.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So somebody, who's it? Tando? Is that Tando? He says DRM is bad for games. Microtransactions isn't DRM. I just want to clarify that.
I think maybe he's talking about the fact that because you couldn't play the game at all because all the features have to be online.
Yeah,
like there's nothing
online. You can't offline. There's no offline mode, basically.
Right. And I would still counter that DRM is still not bad for games because DRM keeps people honest.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to have to say that, but they put billions of dollars into these games so that we can buy them, and I understand that people want to be able to share games and whatnot, but businesses are out to make money. They gotta
because if they didn't have something like that, these companies would go out of business very much faster than what's already occurring. Everything can't be free to play. It just can't. So I get both sides of that though, like where you just kind of want to have full blown ownership of something you buy, but I feel like the whole microtransaction thing is not even related to any of that. That's just a different revenue stream for these development companies. This practice that we're reading about, as far as when it comes to Gran Turismo, I think is very interesting. Like they could have had content just pushed out in their game very differently than how they're doing it. Because right now they're just upsetting people, and people, especially when people hit a wall. Mm-hmm.
I don't think the DRM was the issue. I guess it was more mishandling, right?
And just I don't know fully how it works, because I just know by contrast, like with Forza, I can play the game and unlock the cars. If I want to, they don't even have DR. They don't even have microtransactions like that towards their car system. Like you can pay money for like a map and like being able to find all the barn finds or whatever.
Yeah, like I buy cars, but you don't have to.
Right, you don't necessarily have to even do anything. You just play the game. It's not really anything that's barring you from doing that. And so that's interesting, especially with the game being $70. It's $60 or $70. How much does it cost?
It's $70 on PS5. Yeah.
Wow.
So from what I'm hearing, once you complete the game, the end game of this game is to get the legendary cars, but the prices of them are so high that you can't get them within in-game currency. You kind of have to
grind, right? You have to use actual money, because if you grind, like I wonder how much it costs though. Do you know how much they cost per car, each car?
I was hearing somewhere around 2 million credits or something, 200 million. I don't know. It was a lot, but like you only get like 30,000.
What?
Race.
Yo, they tripping.
Yeah, 30,000. I said they got it. They want
some races were even less than that. Like some
$40 a car.
$40 a car.
Certain cars are $40. American real
U.S.
money dollars.
$40 a car.
And they knocked down where you could actually farm races. They kind of cut that out a little bit too. So
that's a cash grab if it ain't, man. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna just keep my mouth closed.
All right. Okay. Next question. Baron J67. How you doing? What are your builds? What are y'all builds in Elden Ring? All right. Let's start with the host.
Oh, right. Okay. So me, I started out as a I started out as a hero. You know, you pick your character, start as a hero, but now I've got like more of a.
You okay?
Ooh. Yeah, I'm fine. I got more of a kind of like a battle mage build. Because like I've started out doing a lot of strength and endurance, and I had a little bit of dexterity, but now I'm adding some intelligence and some mind so that I can do a lot of spell casting for some of these enemies. Man, you just gotta stay away from them, and using magic helps with that. So I would say I'm more of a battle mage build now. It kind of matured to that. Before I was just using all heavy weapons and doing a lot of melee combat. So yeah, if I had to put a word on it, that would be it. So
okay, for me, I was really dual blading warrior status. No shields or nothing, just a Shintar and my claws. I wanted to do more magic, so I did my respecs, put my respecs all the way up to 60, and I'm just slowly building up my vigor, my mind, most importantly mind and dexterity. I'm just building that up right now to have it more balanced with the intelligence, so I can be able to whoop some ass. So half magic, half fighting for me.
And I have a Bushido Blood Samurai build. So like I have this flaming sword, but that uses magic as well. I have huge dexterity and strength, but I'm also building up my mind and stuff. Mind gives you FP, vigor gives you HP. So that just gives a little explanation to folks. And if you go through everything and you press help, it'll tell you what everything does for you. So.
Yeah. So you got the samurai build going, okay? All right.
Yeah. But you haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen me bring out the fire. And then the hits is like taking chunks now. I'm like, yeah, buddy, take some chunks.
In the samurai sword, you has the one that does the blood loss, right?
Yeah, so I have the Nakakipa now, and then the attributes that I have on it, or the little what are those called? The little spells you can do on the top D-pad.
It's kind of like the grease. It's kind of like the grease, but you can spell. You can spell cast it and put it on there. So
that's how I get the fire on the sword. And then I also have flame give me strength, which adds extra damage for flame. So the sword has extra damage because of that, and then gives you a little bit more. So yeah.
Okay. And CHAREECE, what you
gotta get all that shit.
I am trying to do a straight mage type build. I think I'm an astrologer. So but I'm super new, so that might change.
Yeah, I sent her the beginner's guide. She got to start with the beginner's guide. Once you're done with the beginner's guide, then we'll send you a build video.
Yeah, so I'm gonna watch that after the show. That way I can, see what's going on. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I got right now. Super new though, like not even level 10. I don't think. Maybe.
No, I think you start out at like 9. You gotta be 10.
I started out
because you did the first video, right?
Oh, you were 6.
Started at 6.
Yes.
Ooh.
But I say
at like
squishy.
7, 8 or something like that.
I'm squishy.
I think I started at 9.
No, we were level 6.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So you gotta get beefy, yo. We gotta bring you. We gotta take you places so you can get beefy.
Sherpa. So, what? Any other questions?
I do. I have a couple of more. Calvin Henderson said, "How did everyone enjoy their time away from the show?"
I loved it.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
It was good.
Stayed longer.
At least 2 more days. 1 or 2 more days.
I know, right? Like a whole week.
Yeah. Oh my God. I would have loved more days.
Yeah, because you would have loved that pizza place we went to.
I don't want to talk about it.
It was want to talk
about that pizza place was so bomb.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about the pizza place. I don't want to talk about the pizza place.
Okay, we won't. All right. Just like
I enjoyed how many like black owned places we was able to find. I mean, the highlight has to be nearest green. Like, oh my god, I can't wait for them to finish building out the extra barn and the barbecue spot, so you just go be there all day. But
you triggered me, man. You triggered me with that pizza.
Yeah, I heard the hate and the right. I'll send you a picture later.
I'll block your ass.
What was the name of that? For me, okay, the highlight of the trip for me, like I said, we will talk about it later, is the food, man. Because that one place we went to, where we had the rolls.
You're welcome.
That was so good. What was the name of that spot? What was it? East? What was it called?
Peak East. Peak East,
something like that. And it was snowing, y'all. It was like it was
we were not expecting that. Yeah.
I was so caught like doing car door open. It was so messed up. But sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying we weren't expecting the snow. We just look out and it's like it's for real snowing. All right.
And then I thought the snow was gonna melt, and it didn't melt. It just stayed cold. That was interesting, but it still had. But all in all, still had a great time.
Yeah.
The food was bomb.
The museum.
So the
museum was unique, right?
Yeah.
Yes. What's the name of that place? It was with the biscuit love.
Biscuit
love.
Donuts.
And the candied bacon. The candied bacon.
Okay. We're gonna probably put like something in detail with that on the Patreon. So if you're not in the Patreon, then you don't need to be. You missing out.
We're gonna let y'all know what happened.
We're gonna let you know what really happened. So, okay, I have a question for Foxfire. Has anyone watched the Janet Jackson doc? I thought it was amazing and very interesting. I love her music. No, but I heard a lot of good stuff about it.
I gotta check that out. That's dope. I'm about to. What streaming service is that on?
I think it's on Lifetime.
Hulu. So
on Lifetime.
Hulu? I thought it was Lifetime. I could be wrong.
I don't know. I don't have cable. I just watch everything on Hulu.
I want to say, but I could be wrong. But yeah, Janet's always been good as a good R&B singer, and she's a trendsetter. And it wasn't for a lot of these lady rappers out here. Not lady rappers. Lady singers would. If it wasn't for Janet, they wouldn't be here. They wouldn't be here. I have a question from Others Inc. Do you think the initiative, hate, cutting 34 and hiring 300 plus at Crystal Dynamic is overblown? Ooh, that's quiet.
Yeah. I think there's nothing to see here, folks. I think the game's gonna get done, and they got Crystal Dynamics work on it, and that's it. Like, I got nothing else to say about it, really.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the game's gonna get made and all that stuff. I mean, I think that they basically tried to do something and then found out that shareholders were like, "You're gonna have to start putting shit out."
Okay. All right. Okay.
Like, look, we done paid y'all. We gonna need some shit. Yeah.
All right. L-Tug, what it do? Do you think Disney will start making more content for adults, like R-rated movies and anime shows?
I hope so.
I hope so.
Moon Knight is supposed to be darker.
Yeah. They've been teetering. Even with Eternals. Eternals has the first sex scene in a Marvel movie. Like,
and a gay couple.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah. So
they should. I want to watch more stuff within my age range, especially if I'm paying a $9.99 a month for it. So yes. I'm
paying it though.
Disney Plus?
Why you put on blast like that?
Disney Plus?
Disney Plus got you. They are in my back pocket. You know when you see couples and the dude got his hand in the lady's back pocket? That's Disney Plus. Okay. I am not lying.
She ain't
she really right. Disney Plus like, I got you.
That's all right.
It's hard. They got so much good content. It's hard not to.
The Simpsons, all the seasons. That's why I still got it. So if I ever want to watch The Simpsons, I can watch it.
We got a lot of stuff coming still.
Still
coming.
Yeah.
I like. Did y'all watch the trailer for what was the trailer? They just dropped it. Miss Marvel.
Marvel.
How did y'all feel about that?
Coming.
How did y'all feel about Miss Marvel, the trailer? I know some controversy about her powers, but
right. But I'm actually excited that her powers aren't the exact same. And a lot of people are blaming them changing her powers because we're going to get the Fantastic Four. But we already know that a lot of people have similar powers in the Marvel Universe. So I don't think that's the problem. I think the biggest problem is that they didn't want to do Stretch Armstrong.
Okay.
So I think we're going to... Because like her fist gets bigger too. And it's like, that's her main thing. So it's like...
It was the CG budget. We just wasn't having it. Like, yo, man, we can't do that, man.
No, because they're still doing CG, but it's going to be through.
But I know it's toned down. Like, it's not like it's the stretchy.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay.
Because it's stretching out, like, it's not her skin stretching out, right? It's like, I don't know. I think they just reinvented Stretch Armstrong.
I just think they changed her powers because they didn't want to introduce her as a part alien, and because they haven't introduced those people yet, and they don't want to do it in a TV show. Yeah, they haven't done it, introduced the Inhumans yet, so that's why I think they changed her powers. But this looks nice. This is like a teen dramedy, and I am here for it.
Yeah, because we don't know. We might get in there and they still introduce it as that later. So
yeah, we don't, because they only show, like, you can only get so much in the little trailers they do. Like, we don't know how they really gonna. Because I know, even with these shows and how they do them, it's like the first few episodes be kind of like subdued, and then they really show like it goes.
It's like we're building it up. Yeah. Episode 4, we going.
Yes, I'm gonna say it's episode 4 when it pops off.
Right. So like, at this point, everything that I've watched from them has been good. Even I had some issues with Hawkeye, but even that was still very enjoyable. I enjoyed it, like. And so I have nothing negative to really even. When I think about Miss Marvel, it doesn't come off to me as like, oh, it's gonna be bad. Because first of all, I'm not really that married to the fact that they changing the powers. To me, it doesn't. Right. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. They can do whatever they want.
I know, and I just be like, how many of y'all was really checking for Miss Marvel? Get out of here!
And they just want something to complain about. We all know that
because when the movie came out, it was. You know what it was. You know what it was.
Right. So
okay, yeah.
Anything else? Any other question?
No, ma'am.
All right. We can get to the outros.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's food o'clock.
It is food o'clock.
It's Elden Ring 30. Let's go.
Okay, Elden Ring 30.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and start outros then, ladies. I'll start with you, Lady Infamous. Where can the people find you?
I want to thank everybody that came through today and hear us talk, and shout out to the Patreon supporters, shout out to the GWG Discord, shout out to the chat, shout out to everyone that came through. We love y'all so much. We're gonna eat, we're gonna play some Elden Ring today. Twitch.tv Lady_infamous415. I ain't got shit to do today, so that's what we doing. So I hope to see you guys there, and I hope to see you guys back over here next week, Saturday. Oh, I think we doing something on Sunday next week. Yeah, something next week.
You early. You're
early Sunday next week.
No, you're early. You're too early, is what I'm saying.
I'm too early. Oh, we doing something soon.
No, next week. She's right. 27th Sunday.
See, I know.
Is it the next week?
Yes, next week.
Today is the 19th.
I'm too early. I'm too early.
I thought you were too early.
Okay. Well, we're doing something special on Sunday.
Yes.
On Sunday.
Trust me, everybody in this chat won't miss it anyway.
But I thought it's just gonna be Patreon. Do we need to like regroup right here?
But I tell you after the show. Put it that way. I tell you after the show.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't want to spoil it yet. All right, CHAREECE. So what about you? Were you done, lady? Were you done?
Yes, ma'am. I'm done.
All right, CHAREECE. Where can the people find you?
All right, everybody. It's your girl CHAREECE here. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for hanging out with us and listening to us talk about all the craziness that is the video game world. We want to thank y'all for coming through. Y'all be good this weekend. Tell somebody you love them. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. People are still getting sick over this mess. Just be careful. Just be careful.
Yeah.
Okay, Boogie.
All right. I'll go. It's LBOOGIE0208. Thank y'all for joining. All the regulars. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. All the usual. Yeah, y'all can find me on Twitter pretty much. And have a good weekend. Thank you.
Yes, and it's me, Delilah_HD on Twitter. Thank you all for rocking out with us. We appreciate y'all. And we'll catch y'all on the next one. This thing never